Welcome in. People are very, very shocked by what you just exposed. This involves the opposition. It's very tense right now. Very tense. You can cut it with a knife. But you have been manifesting with what your mind's eye can see. Hi, what does it say? Karma Queen. Hi, girl. I was like, what does it say? Hello, y'all. Welcome in. People are shocked by what you are exposing. I don't know if y'all are doing this like outright deliberately. This fraud has gotten exposed. Thank you so much. Okay. Something about you planned this to happen. I don't know what happened, but you planned this to happen. This was like perfect divine timing with this opposition, with these competitors, these clout chasers, bullies, harassers. This was divinely timed. People did not know that this was a calculated strategy. People are coming around and they are shocked by what you have just exposed. You are clearing people's third eye. People have become very clear, and there is greater security within your communities. The truth is out. This is your soul family. This is kinship. Your family has become very aware that somebody has been angry, gura, very angry because of your beauty, looks, and style. They have been a fraud. You are the ones that are getting all of the respect. You are the ones that are having all of the pleasure. You are the ones that are moving towards your North Node. The same card came out yesterday, North Node energy. What? The cards do not lie. These people, you're leaving them with nothing. You are the one walking away with all of the securities, the financial wealth, domestic bliss. You are the ones that are walking away prosperous from this competition. Some of you guys have to go through the grime, the dirt, the Underground Railroad to get away from this competition and how shadowy they have been. These people have been hating you for your romantic partner, some of you, because you are divine feminine energy. But ultimately, you are just the one that is creative. You are the one that is empowered. You are the one that is highly respected. It's very clear and obvious. Anybody who was looking for a reason to leave, they're despondent. They don't have any creation. Any of these people that were looking for a problem, they found it. The truth has been exposed. All of these haters that are trying to jump on the bandwagon, they were looking for a reason. People cannot believe what has just come to light. It's very clear. It's like these people have not been able to discern this person's duplicity. It has been very clear this entire time that this person has been despondent, that these people lack growth, that they're not empowered, they're not creative, and they're clearly not successful. It's clear. It has become very obvious. You have some type of strategy that you have used. You've put a very big difference between you and them. Yep. You put a lot of space between you and these competitions. The difference is clear, especially because a lot of these people, they've been wanting to steal your wealth. They've been wanting to steal your enlightenment. They've been wanting to steal your strategies. They've been wanting to steal things from you and try to pretend like it belongs to them. Some of these people have been racing up with your information, racing up with your intellectual properties. All the haters are trying to jump ship now. As soon as they saw your face, they wanted a reason to dislike you. Excuse me, y'all. You are highly respected. You are the authority. You are the ones that are the experts. You're the mavens. These people that are getting exposed, it is like a disillusionment that's going on. It's very bad. Hello. This is very clear, okay? This has been divinely timed. Whatever strategy that you have employed in this situation, it has allowed everyone to see. People are starting to discern. This is your soul team. They are starting to see with their third eye. You have cleared a lot. First of all, you are like, whatever you're doing, you are a guide perhaps, but you have often been the one that has had the discernment over a lot of people. People have not been very discerning around this situation, especially in these tarot communities and networks. They don't understand the algorithm. They don't understand engagement. They don't understand tarot, and they have not been seeing these subliminals that these oppositions have been putting up. You had the keen insight around these people from the jump. You knew that they would turn into injury or harm. You knew that these people were paranoid schizophrenics. You knew that these people were clout chasers. You knew that these people didn't have any follow through. You knew that these people had no proof in the pudding. People, I don't know how or why, but people cannot discern a hater. People cannot discern someone who is, especially in these tarot communities and networks, these people, they everyone's a starseed. Everyone's headed to the North Node. Where is the inclusion of everything that makes your heart, soul, and spirit sing with joy? Where is your legacy craft? You don't have one. This is delusion. There is a lot of evidence against the contrary, and people are starting to see this with their mind's eye. Some of these readers, seriously, I personally don't really watch any tarot readers. That's why I came up with the certain methodologies at Felicia Latrice Tarot, because I felt that there was a huge missing piece in people's fundamental understanding. I felt that there was a huge need in the tarot community. Tarot is an ancient practice, but it's of course it's new to YouTube. YouTube has only been around for 10, 20 years. People on this collective are very delusional. These people, this tarotism is an aesthetic to them. The truth is, these people aren't growing anything. Tarot is supposed to be used as a self-help tool. It's supposed to help people understand the spiritual realm. It's supposed to help guide you. It is for self-improvement. I'm watching this in a handstand. Handstand, gang, gang, gang. Handstand, gang. You ain't ready for my handstands. I know you've been over on weekly sadhana. You better be on weekly sadhana with me. Hell, you got a handstand. Look, I ain't even in my handstands yet. I ain't even in my handstands yet. But you guys, what you have just exposed, I don't know if you've done this deliberately, but quite literally, you showing up and existing is a disillusionment for these other people. It's become very clear that they're despondent, that they're not growing anything. Their actions have been extremely haphazard. Whatever they're creating it looks like they are crazy. Some people are saying that they are spam accounts. They look like spam. They look like, all over the place. They have no design. They have no methodology to doing anything. What you are doing against this competition and all of this tension that has been created in a community because they have been intoxicated with trying to destroy your dreams and potential. Some of these people have been safety risk. But for others, these have been people who have just literally been obsessed with trying to copy every single thing that you do, trying to stop you from being an individual. These people have been in total darkness and they have been acting as guiding lights. These people are not connected with the light. They've been sitting up and hating you for your beauty, looks, and style. A Gemini, Aquarius, Leo, somebody's name that starts with the letter N. You put a great distance between you and these other people. These people are nothing like you. They are clowns. They're literally the waste. They are trash and they need to be, I'm hearing whatever they're doing and creating, they're in total darkness. This is like literally waste. They're trash. They have no value. And I hate to say that about, God's creation, but these people, they literally they're not in alignment with benevolence and compassion. These people are growing very despondent. They are not creating anything or building any wealth. What you have been exposing is quite literally the truth. The cards don't lie. The power of the collective doesn't lie. It's true that they are frauds. They hate you for being an expert. Some of these people, especially some of these people who have been on these, tarot channels, or they've been on these, whatever, if you are in the same niche as someone and they've been on a channel, they've been on a platform, and they have not been experiencing any growth whatsoever. They have flopped real bad. They have lost a lot of engagement, and they had never really had any real power to begin with. So if you thought that you were away, you were falling behind, and that all of these people were stealing your intellect, your wisdom, your strategies while you were gone, all of this, what you're exposing now, is undoing all of that. It doesn't matter. That past performance is not an indication of your future success. It did not reflect any securities for them. These people are extremely delusional because you took time away to become an expert, and a lot of these people just have a really hard time with you being their authority. I'm Libra. What is Libra? Your messages. Okay. Yes, their messages are toxic. Keeping their viewers stuck on stupid for no Listen, they keep their viewers stuck on stupid. This is not making sense. They're not evolving whatsoever. You're not aligned. And it's very clear that you're not growing anything. Why on earth would I continue to watch a tarot reader who has not, they make these grand proclamations of a vision. They make these grand statements, and it's very disharmonious. They literally are not making sense. I know that a lot of tarot readers especially can hide behind the tarot aesthetic. Like, oh, tarot is my only mission in my life, right? No. Especially these tarotists that have been, like, they have literally been, like, they have been scary on these accounts. Some of these people, they have literally, if they have not been able to discern. This Pisces, somebody's name is Yesenia, or like somebody's name starts with a YBP. These people have literally decelerated, they've declined, they've taken large amounts of time away from the platforms, and people are still trusting them as guides. This is not making sense. I would never put my trust in somebody that is not having any proof in the pudding. Hi, beautiful Taz, the one. Hello. Listen, friends, this is, you are the one. The thing is, the truth is out now. You have put it's a big difference between you and them. They can no longer deny, oh my God, oh, I wasn't seeing the subliminals. Oh, you see them. You see that this person is trying to copy every move, that they have no authenticity. They have no bars. They can't even show their face. Some of these completely have completely disintegrated, and like they look weathered. They withered out here. They look disheveled. Why would I take advice from somebody less successful than me? These people are being left with nothing. You are highly respected for your beauty and brains. And anybody have a problem with you being their authority is a hater. Okay, bye, Preppy. Have fun with your handstands. That experience that they had, all those years of chasing up clout when YouTube first started, it does not matter anymore. I'm hearing you've put on quite the show. Things have become very obvious. Some of these people were not expecting you to heal yourself the way that you have. They were not expecting all this success, domestic bliss, security, prosperity. Some of you have healed disabilities, healed from traumatic experiences, healed health issues, illnesses. Your strategy has created a very big difference. You made it so that these people cannot compete with you anymore. That's why it's so tense, because all these people who have been sitting around trying to copy your every move, they were not looking at the big picture. They were not seeing that this was a strategy. They can't keep up with your fast growth anymore. I took a break from mental, physical, and spiritual healing, but I will return soon. I am a reader as well. Please return. You cannot heal others, before healing yourself. I also took a long time away from YouTube, nearly 2 years. I started my platform and I ran into a bunch of delusional people that I wish I would have never met, never would have engaged with their accounts because I didn't resonate with them in the first place. I was just drawn to their aesthetic. I was like, oh, okay, that's an interesting topic, or oh, that's interesting how they do things. And I was like, okay, that's nice, gave them a compliment, and they became delusional and obsessed. Sometimes I wish I would have never even said anything to these people. I realized that they were sending subliminals, obsessed, tapped into them instinctually, all right? Took 2 years away from the platform and everybody was not knowing what to do. When you stop talking, what happens? You're leaving them with nothing. What you are exposing, what you are showcasing is putting a very big difference between you and them. It's clear that they don't make any sense either. I'm like, I'm not following this. I'm not following it. I'm not following the reasoning. I don't understand what this means. I don't understand these crazy little slogans and sayings and things of that nature. They are full of fluff. These people have no follow through and they have not been creating a damn thing. They make these grand proclamations to access the dark web. You will be debt free by tomorrow. That is a Ponzi scheme. Stop. You sound like one of them people on the commercials selling Bible, holy water that's going to bless them with, $2 million by the end of the day. You sound like a scam. This is a spam account or something of that nature. I don't like that. This is so desperate. Some of these people, they're so desperate to be like you. They're so desperate to seem like they are aligned with you because they know that you are the one that's getting all the respect and high honor. You're the one making a difference. You're the one having the highest impact. All these people who want to jump ship and jump on the bandwagon, they were looking for a reason because of your beauty, looks, and style. There's a lot of tension here because you have called out something very obvious. There's a big difference between you and this person who has been around for like 7 years or something. They've been around for a long time. That person is delusional. These people rely on other people's collective. They rely on getting messages from other people. They rely on being an extrovert. They rely on getting, their community to give them information. This is not what they have. They have been reciting. They have been this has literally been a repetition of other people's work. These people who have been trying to copy you, they're so desperate to be like you because they know that you are the one that is headed towards the North Node. You have the very big destiny, tarot, or whatever it is that you're doing. It's not the only thing that you have. That this actually involves a higher mission. That there's actually a purpose associated with what you're doing. They just look like they started these things for clout. They started these things, you know, because it was trendy and aesthetic, okay? But they are not really divine feminine. They are despondent. Some of them, they can't get pregnant. They're barren, or something is happening with their children, okay? They have a very bad parent, okay? Someone who's pushy, demanding, and overbearing. They don't have a happy home. They can't create. They don't have self-care. They neglect themselves. And I most definitely am not trusting a tarot reader. I'm not trusting anybody who is pretending to be a coach, or somebody who's showing up looking disheveled. I have to take care of myself first before I can help other people. Don't ever trust anybody who pretends to help people when they can't even help themselves. The truth is out. What you are exposing is, you know, it is going to create a lot of tension because of your beauty and brains. You're bringing the truth out about, you know, these people who, you know, want a reason to dislike you. These people who have been disheveled. These people who have been not truly aligned. It's hard when you're, you know, your favorite person, the truth comes out about them, right? It's hard when they take a fall from grace, right? I feel a lot of people will go into denial. A lot of people will go into disbelief. A lot of people, you know, these shocking truths that you are bringing people, it is forcing people to open their third eye and to become more discerning. This is not just a disillusionment of this person, but this is also an enhancement of people's spiritual gifts. The community is evolving. The community is growing. There's divine feminine activation here. It's all right, okay? Put put yourself in these people's shoes. This is very bad, okay, you guys. This despondent people that are getting exposed. I don't know if this is making sense, y'all. I feel like this is going to be a lot of different scenarios for a lot of you, but these people are, they are having to see beyond their beliefs and ideas about these people. You know, in the past, they may have had success. In the past, they may have had vibrancy. But that things are different now. Times have changed. And these people's true colors are showing. It's only so far that you can get in life by copying someone else's every move. If you are taking social media breaks, if you're taking time away, that is probably a good idea, especially if you're dealing with somebody who is intoxicated with you and obsessed with you, okay? It's actually based upon the manifestation community, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hello, beautiful, bless you. Hello, Cindy, hello, bless you. Silver, that is exactly what it is based upon, okay? A lot of these themes in the spiritual community are interrelated. You know, there are a lot of different, like the law of attraction, for example, the law of abundance, money manifestations. People who have not been showing up with anything, that means that they're not adhering to those spiritual beliefs and practices that we all love and hold fast to, that we hold our strong belief in, right? Everyone comes to these spiritual communities. Everyone looks for help, right? Look, especially like this doesn't even have to be, you know, tarot or spirituality. It could be anything that is related to self-help. This could be fitness, diet, hygiene. People are getting exposed for having fake bodies. People are getting exposed for plagiarizing other people's work. People are getting exposed for photoshopping. Okay, people are getting exposed for a whole slew of falsehoods. This will be different for all of you. But when we think about, you know, how long it has been, right? And you also showing up with all of this security and success and hitting milestones constantly. It is literally, hi, welcome back, Preppy. It is literally, they can no longer deny what, you know, the beliefs that they have been holding on to, the ideas that they have been holding on to these people. These people have not been proving anything. They have not been successful at anything. It's only so far that you can get It's only so much benefit you can get from trying to steal from somebody else. But when you start taking certain, certain accesses away from people, when you start putting up greater boundaries, right? You can't let people, have all of the access to your information all the time. You're making people pay for your wisdom. You're making people pay for access to you. They value it a lot more, for one. And two, this competition who was benefiting from you not having any boundaries, this competition that was benefiting from your work and your service, they no longer can no longer benefit from that anymore. You are leaving these people with nothing. You are manifesting what you see with your mind's eye. I'm hearing that something about you, these frauds, I'm hearing a lot of frauds are getting exposed. They are clowns. They don't make sense. And we're not going to align, if there's 2,000 people, they refuse to see beyond their beliefs and ideas about things. Especially if you are, you relied on a guide, right? Like I said, a guide that has been showing up with, they have been going to other people's channel, going to other videos, collecting information. It's not because they're actually skilled or expert at something. It's not because they actually have the technique. It's not actually because they have design or methodology. It's not actually because they're skilled. They rely on running themes that are going on in the spiritual community. They don't actually, they're not actually connected to truth. These people are in total darkness. I cannot make this up. I took time away to deal with psychiatric issues. We can't make this up. And the cards don't lie. All they see now is benefit. The proof is in the pudding. That experience or those years you've been around don't mean a thing. You are a waste. You are a toxic flop. All you talk about is the Real Houses of Atlanta, Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Love and Hip Hop. And that is a reality TV show. That is not an indication of reality. These people have been totally disconnected from reality. That means that they're delusional. They don't make sense. You're listening to their messages, you're seeing their strategies and what they're doing. It literally is not making sense. And I'm not going to pretend to sit up here and resonate with that. Okay? Most people, I guess, are delusional then, because I'm not going to dim my light and, bandwagon with something that doesn't make sense. Purpose over popularity. This is not making sense. Put yourself in their shoes, okay? It's time to put, now that we have put a lot of distance between us and this competition that never made sense to begin with, we can put this behind us. I'm talking actual trash, friends. These people are actually waste people. They're trash. And I hate to say that about God's creation, but if they have, our lives are also about free will. If you make the decision to be a fraud, you make the decision to be a clown, then I'm going to treat you that way. Some of these people have literally just been wanting to compete with you for your men. They've been wanting to compete with you for your high value partners and, your finer things in life. They want to be like, you're very desperate to be like you. Very desperate. And it's because you are the divine feminine. It's not working. The thing I hate about social media the most is I love the idea of influence, right? Because when you, oh my God, go buy my cup, use my 10% off discount. Yeah, it's cute, but that also means, that means you make money, right? But that also means that 20,000 people are going to be sitting around with the same cup. That is not an individual. That is a conformist who doesn't have any personal identity. You have been breaking illusions around these people, and what ideas that they have had, beliefs and ideas that they have had about this fraud. They didn't want to believe it. Hell, I didn't either. But there are subversive activities. There are criminals, there are harassers, and there are literally people who don't have any merit on this internet. They are a part of the dark web, and they are trash. Some of you guys, this was a mystery. This was dealing with something unseen. A lot of these people who have been around in the collective, as soon as they saw your face, they were looking for a reason not to support. As soon as they saw that you were a beauty and brains, they were looking for a reason not to support. People have been looking for reasons not to support. And that's okay, because we not for everybody. Some of these people have been around, like I said, the issue I feel like is what a lot of these people who claim to have experience. That experience does not mean a thing. And I don't want to keep repeating myself, so it was a quick message, you guys. But the long story short is your hustle and your strategy fucked them up. When you took away their access to you, you gatekeep your personality and your wealth and your life, because they'll just be, oh my God, I want the same cup as you so bad. Like, I just want to be an individual to myself by myself. I don't want to look like anybody else. I don't want to have the same tarot messages as everybody else. A lot of people are they just want your wealth. They just want your respect. But that comes with hard work. That comes with discipline. That comes with actually learning the hard lessons. That comes with actually making the sacrifices to get to light. The truth is out about these people being frauds. Whether you like the truth or not, it's a fact of life. So, let the games begin. This is such, this disharmony. I feel like it will not always be this way. Okay, it will not always be this way. There's tension, there's disharmony, because people are having to challenge what they have, their beliefs and ideas that they've had about people that they once liked, their friends, right? So, let them handle that on their own. That's not our problem. We are connected to the light. We're connected to truth. We don't, we're not in denial about a thing. We don't tell ourselves lies to ameliorate the discomfort. Some of these people, they're so uncomfortable looking at you that they will hold on to those false beliefs because they're a bigot, because they refuse to remove those limitations, and they will be stuck there. You guys are leaving. If this is making sense, y'all, let me know. You're leaving these people with nothing, and you're the one that has all the beauty, looks, and style. Some of these people, they just didn't have no fucking hustle, and that was a problem. No hustle in your veins, ass bitch. They thought that they were at an advantage, but you outsmarted them real bad. They took a big loss. Those subliminals to copycat and all that, it looks very bad. I don't know what they thought. They were not expecting you to take time away. They were not expecting you to go ghost. They were not expecting you to gatekeep. They were not expecting this strategy from you. So when you use this strategy, you made the difference very clear. It's very obvious to everyone. And there's a lot of tension here with these people as the truth comes out about them being in a competition with you. Everyone thinks that, they assume that this person online that is supposed to be this helpful person, right? Oh, I'm here to help people. I'm all about self-improvement. They just assume that they are light beings. They just assume that they are benevolent. No, that's not true. These people have been doing these things for their own personal and selfish gains. This is not connected to a purpose at all. They're waste. They're trash. Their work is trash, and they look like trash. They're bottom of the barrel, pick-me's, Bob the Builders, and masculinas driving a truck. They ain't got no money. They ain't got no empowerment. They ain't got no hustle in their veins. You're the soft, receptive, understanding one. You're the compassionate one. You're the one that's following a logical reasoning. You hear them talk, and it doesn't make sense. Sorry, I literally, I'm sorry. I don't know if this, most people don't have intelligence. Most people don't have an education, and they don't know how to, follow a logical sequence. I literally was just saying this the other day. Like, imagine you having a conversation with somebody, and people are not able to discern duplicity. And I think this happens in a lot of the gossip scenarios. So I wanted to share it with you, but I couldn't remember yesterday, but I remember it now. A lot of what happens in the gossip, you can tell that someone is envious of somebody, right? Have you ever been talking to somebody, right? And this has happened to me a lot in my, social interactions, and I've overheard it as well. Have you ever been talking to somebody and you're like, oh yeah, I can't believe that was such and such was on the news, and did you see what happened on the news, blah, 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 blah. And y'all having a whole conversation about something that's unrelated, right? And then out of the blue, did you hear about Power One's dumbass boyfriend, this, and that? I can't believe people will literally, because that shows obsession. People cannot discern obsession. They cannot discern duplicity. It is very subtle in these subliminals that people send. It shows in every subliminal that you keep posting up, every copycat that you do, it shows that you are the one that's obsessed, not the other way around. Y'all need to be able to see when somebody's being fraudulent. If you're talking about something totally unrelated, and then somebody bring up somebody, oh, I can't believe Ashley was outside with da-da-da-da. We was not talking about that. Why is you drumming people up out of the thin air? You want to find a reason to bring someone's name up because you're obsessed with them. You want to find a reason to disparage them. You want to find a reason to defame their character because you're so obsessed with their beauty, looks, and style. This is not making sense. I'm not going to partake in anybody who's trying to have some type of covert envy, trying to hide it behind gossip, trying to hide it behind a kiki. This is very desperate. People will drum up situations out of the thin blue air. I'm sitting in a social setting with somebody, and you see a stranger walk past. Oh, they look like they've been off with, they look like they just came from having sex. What? That is not rooted in any type of facts or reality. Stop making up the things out of the thin blue air. And everybody around like, oh, they do, don't they? What? Everybody is dumb or what? But nobody can no longer deny the truth no more. The strategies that we are imposing over here, putting a very big difference. Okay, it's obvious. It's obvious. And if you're mad, you wanted a reason to be mad. Okay? The proof is in the pudding. You're a failure. You're not creating anything. All of these behaviors, all these 20 posts in a row, all of this behavior is very spammy, very erratic, desperation to look like you. People are starting to discern it. People are starting to see it. The haters in the competition, they're getting X'd out. There's nothing more that you can copy to try to make it seem like we're on the same level. We're nothing alike. You're the trash, bottom of the barrel, crab in the bottom of the barrel ass bitch. And I am royalty. I am a winner. I have purpose. I have a realized duty. And there's a lot of people that respect me. We're not here for a kiki about love and hip hop. I don't give a fuck about that shit. You are disconnected from reality. Go get another round of BBL and try for the cast next year. I'm never going to trust somebody who is delusional and doesn't have any proof. And people are sitting around shocked like they haven't been unsuccessful for a very long time. It's been clear that they are haters and they've been desperate to be like you. Put yourself in their shoes. These people are very unfortunate. The way that you have hustled and out-strategized them up like this. Oh, baby. It was just like divinely timed that they was going to come out as a fraud. It's like you don't even have to say nothing. It's very clear that people are like, they're just not as good. You didn't study. You didn't work. You were lazy. You're a clout chaser that follows trends, that follows the collective messages that are going around in on the trending tarot. You are not authentic or original, and you're not providing any insights or provoking any thoughts forward. You're a fraud. People need to see this for what it is. The disharmony is related to people's, they don't want to admit to themselves, or they want to have a personal issue with you anyway. We don't give a fuck about the naysayers. We don't care about anybody less successful than us. Respectfully. Stay blessed, stay balanced. You are manifesting with your mind's eye. Okay? It's very clear that you have had the third eye activation. It's clear that you have had the vision within your third eye. It's very clear. All these other people are very triggered by your vision becoming real. Your dreams are becoming real. Trust in yourself. Trust your soul team. People who are really supportive of you, they're not going to stop supporting you when the truth comes out about a clout chaser. A lot of people are losing respect because of what you are exposing. A lot of people are starting to see beyond their beliefs and ideas because you have solved a mystery. The proof is in the pudding. Thank you guys so much. Let me know how this resonates, and I'll see y'all later.